Hello everyone, good evening. So here we shall solve some more JEE Mains previous year questions on the chapter motion in a straight line and in a plane. So any doubts if you have in any steps, then please write that in the comments section. We shall obviously clarify them in the subsequent v- videos, and also in any other chapter of physics. If you feel more difficulty, then please mention the name of that chapter also in the comments section, so that we can give more priority on it and solve more and more questions on that chapter. Also, please install our Sapience education application, where we shall upload some important uh, questions on every chapter of phy- physics, which shall be obviously helpful for your exam. So here we shall start with the very first question onwards. So here it is told that two cars are traveling towards each other at speed of 20 meter per second each. When the cars are 300 meter apart, both the drivers apply brakes and the cars retard at the rate of 2 meter per second square. The distance between them when they come to rest is. Two cars are traveling towards each other at a speed of 20 meter per second each. When the cars are 300 meter apart, both the drivers apply brakes and the cars retard at the rate of 2 meter per second square. The distance in between them when they come to rest is. Okay. So how far each of them will move before they come to rest, so that we can find out. So v square equals to u square plus 2as. So their retardation means the acceleration which is opposite to the velocity, which is the negative acceleration. So acceleration is minus 2 meter per second square. So we have to find the displacement s when they will come to rest. So this will be equal to, so s will be equal to v square minus u square by 2a. So therefore the displacement that will be 0, since final velocity will be 0 when they will come to rest, and u is 20 square by 2 into minus 2. So that will be minus 400 by minus 4. So that will be 100 meter. So it means each of the cars will move a distance of 100 meters when they will come to rest. So the first car also will move 100 meters. The second car also will move a length 100 meters. So the distance in between them when they come to rest, that will be also 100 meters. So option B is the correct answer. And here it is told a particle moving in a straight line covers half the distance with speed 6 meter per second. The other half is covered in two equal time intervals with speeds 9 meter per second. So a particle is moving in a straight line. It covers half the distance. Let's say it covers the length x with a speed of 6 meter per second. This is v1. The other half is covered in two equal intervals in with speeds 9 meter per second and 15 meter per second respectively. So it means here it covered in, let's say, okay, it covered 9 t meters in time t and 15t m- meters in time t seconds, and this length is also equal to x. The other half is covered in two equal intervals. Then the average speed of the particle during the motion is. So here it is 9t plus 15t, that is equal to x. So therefore x will be equal to 15 plus 9 is 24t. So now therefore the average speed in the of the particle during the motion is, average speed is total distance by total time. Total distance is 2x and total time is, this is distance by speed, x by 6, this is the time for the first half, and for the second half it is t plus t, that is 2t. So this will be equal to 2x by x by 6 plus this will be equal to, so from here we can find out 2t. 2t will be x by 12, x by 12. So this will be, this this will be equal to 2 by 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 meter per second. Therefore the average speed, that will be equal to 2 by, should be 2 by 12 plus 1 by 12 will be equal to 3 by 12, so this 3 4s are 12. So this will be equal to 8 meter per second. So option D is the correct answer. Then here it is told the angle of projection for a projectile to have same horizontal range and maximum height is. So the maximum height and the horizontal range is the same. So as we know, the maximum height is equal to u square sine square theta by 2g, where u is the initial velocity and theta is the angle of projection, and the range, horizontal range, that is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. So these two should be same. So then we have to find the angle theta we have to find. So it means u square sine square theta by 2g, that is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. Therefore u square will cancel, g and g will get cancelled, and this is sine square theta. So sine square theta by 2, that is equal to sine 2 theta, that is 2 sine theta cos theta. So one sine theta will get cancelled since theta can't be equal to 0. So theta, sine theta can get cancelled. So then we can say that sine theta by cos theta, that is equal to 2 into 2, that is 4. Therefore tan theta equals to 4. So therefore the angle theta will be equal to tan inverse 4. So if the angle theta is tan inverse 4, then the horizontal range will be same as the maximum height. So option D is the correct answer. Then here it is told that uh, a body projected vertically upwards with a certain speed from the top of a tower r- reaches the ground in time t1. If it is projected vertically downwards from the same point with the same speed, it reaches the ground in time t2. The time required to reach the ground if it is dropped from the top of the tower is. So here we have a tower. So from the top, the object is thrown vertically upwards with a certain speed, let's say u. Then it will go to some height and then it will return back and it will reach the ground, and it will reach the ground in time t1. And when it is thrown vertically downwards with the same speed, then it will reach in time t2. Then if it is released or it is dropped from here with initial velocity 0, then how much time t that will take we have to find. So this t we have to find in terms of t1 and t2. So let's say the height of the tower is h, it's capital H. So therefore we can say displacement here in this case h equals to, let's, so here acceleration will be equal to plus g. So it means we take the vertically downwards as the positive direction of y-axis. So we can tell s is equal to ut plus half at square. And we have to use with proper sign. So the displacement is downwards, which is h, and u is vertically upwards. So since we took downwards as positive direction of y-axis, so vertically upwards will be negative direction of y-axis. So it means u, in the first case, the initial velocity is minus u into t1, the time interval it takes, that is t1, plus half g t1 square. And also h will be equal to, when it is thrown vertically downwards, then the initial velocity is u. So that is u into t1 plus half g t2 square. So this and these two are same. So therefore we can tell minus u t1 plus half g t1 square. And when it is dropped, then h will be equal to half gt square, since u will be 0 when it is simply just dropped. So this t we have to find out in terms of t1 and t2. So now therefore this is also h, this is also h. So therefore we can tell that u into t1 plus half gt1 square minus u into t1 plus half gt1 square, that is equal to u t2 plus half gt2 square. So therefore we can tell this is half g into t1 square minus t2 square, that is equal to u into t1 plus t2. So therefore you can tell half g into t1 minus t2, that is equal to u. Since t1 plus t2 we can cancel out, since t1 plus t2 can't be equal to 0. So therefore t1 minus t2, that is equal to 2u by g. So now therefore to find t, and here also you can tell u equals to v, v equals to u plus at. So v equals to u plus g into t2, and that is also equal to, v will be equal to minus u plus g into t1. Okay, so we will get the same thing, t1 minus t2 equal to 2u by g. And here we can also tell v square equal to u square plus 2as. So here v square, which is the velocity with which it will reach the ground, so that is u square plus 2gh. And v is equal to uh, gt also. So therefore you can tell g square t square, that is equal to u square plus 2gh, and h is dropped from the top of the tower. So how much time it will take to reach the ground? So t, that is equal to root over 2h by g. So v equal to gt. So with this velocity it will hit the ground. So here we can first solve h. Here we got h equals to half gt square, and from here yeah, so here as you can see, when it reaches the highest point, its velocity will be 0. Okay. So here we got ut2 plus half g22 square, that is equal to h. So therefore t2, if we solve it, then we will get t2 will be equal to mm, minus h, that is equal to 0. So t2 will be equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, so 2gh by 2a. So there is g. And t1 will be equal to, that is minus u t1 plus half gt square t1 square minus h, that is equal to 0. So t1 will be equal to u plus or minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, so plus 2gh by 2a, that is g. So now therefore t1 into t2 if you do, then we will get, that is and we can't take the negative sign since time cannot be negative. So this, so therefore t1 into t2, that will be equal to square root of u square plus 2gh plus u into square root of u square plus 2gh minus u by g square. So that we will get u square a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So u square plus 2gh minus u square by g square. So that also we, then also we will get 2h by g. And from here we can see that 2h by g, 2h by g, that is nothing but t square. So therefore it means that t square will be equal to t1 into t2. So t will be equal to root over t1 t2. So option B is the correct answer. Then here it is told the train starting from rest first accelerates uniformly to a speed of 80 km per hour for time t. Then it moves with a constant speed for time 3t. A train starting from rest accelerates uniformly. It starts from rest, v u equal to 0, and it accelerates uniformly. A is constant, and it accelerates to a speed of v equal to 80 km per hour for time t. Then it moves with a constant speed for time 3t. The average speed of the train for this duration of journey will be. Now therefore the average speed, that is equal to the total distance traveled divided by total time. Total distance traveled divided by total time. Now the total distance traveled we have to find out. So as you know, v square equal to u square plus 2as. So v square is 80, but we have to change it into meter per second, or we can take it in kilometer per hour also. So it is 80 square equal to, so it means acceleration unit also we can take it as in kilometer per hour square. So 80 square, that is equal to 0 square, it since it starts from rest, plus 2as. So the displacement is, okay, and v equal to u plus at also. V80 equals to u0 plus a into t. That means acceleration will be equal to 80 by t, kilometer per hour square. And here time is given in hours, suppose hours. So displacement will be equal to 80 square by 2a. So 80 6400 6400 divided by 2a. So it is 2 into 80 by t. That will be equal to 80, yeah, 64, 80, so 240, 40t. It will be 40t. This will be equal to 40t. Uh, Now in 3t time, it travels with a constant speed. Therefore, the total distance traveled, that will be, in time t, it covers a displacement of 40t. That was 40t plus, in 3t time, it travels with a uniform speed, constant speed of 80 kilometer per hour. That will be 80 into 3t. So this much kilometer it will travel, and the total time, that is equal to 40 hours. Total time is 40 hours. And so the average speed, therefore the average speed of the train, that will be equal to 40t plus 3 at the 24, 240t divided by 40. So this will be equal to 280t plus by 40, that is 4 7s are 28. So this is 70 kilometer per hour. 70 kilometer per hour. So option A is the correct answer. Then here it is told body travels 102.5 meters in nth second and 115 m- m- meter in n plus 2th second. Then the acceleration is, right. So as you know, the displacement in the nth second, that is given as u plus half a into 2n minus 1. So that is equal to 102.5 meter. And then the displacement in n plus 2th second, that will be equal to u plus half a into 2n plus 4 minus 1 second. 2n plus 4 minus 1. So that is equal to 115 meters. Then the acceleration we have to find out. So now if we subtract these two, then we will get half a will come as common, and then we will get, this will be 2n plus 3 minus of 2n minus 1. So 2n plus 1, that will be equal to 115 minus 102.5. So therefore acceleration, that will be equal to 2 and 2n will cancel. So this is 3 plus 1. This is equal to 4. So 2 2s of 4. The acceleration will be 115 minus 102.5 divided by 2 meter per second square. So therefore acceleration, that will be equal to 115 minus 102.5 divided by 2 meter per second square. So that will be equal to this 5, 2, 3, 2. This is, okay, 12.5 by 2 meter per second square. So that will be equal to 2 6 are 12, 2 are 4, 2 5 are 10, 6.25 meter per second square. So option A is the correct answer. Then here it is told the coordinates of a particle moving in the xy plane are given as x equal to 2 plus 4t, y is equal to 3t plus 8t square. The motion of the particle is, the motion of the particle is, so obviously here along y-axis the velocity is 3 plus 2 is 16t, which is the velocity along y-axis, and the velocity along x-axis, that is equal to dx by dt, that is equal to 4 um, meter per second. And the acceleration along x-axis is 0, and acceleration along y-axis, that is equal to 16 meter per second square. So therefore along y-axis there is acceleration, along x-axis there is uniform motion. So along x-axis, it is moving with a uniform velocity. So there is uniform motion along the x-axis, and there is and uniformly accelerated motion along the y-axis. So it means it should have a parabolic path. It should have a parabolic path, and it is uniformly accelerated also. So option D is the correct answer. So here it is told that train A is moving along two parallel railway tracks towards north with speed 72 km per hour, and train B is moving towards south with speed 108 km per hour. Velocity of train B with respect to A and velocity of ground with respect to B are. So let's say we take the direction of the north as j cap, and the direction of south will be minus j cap. So therefore, the velocity of train A with respect to the ground, that is equal to 72 km per hour, and it is j cap since it is moving towards the north. And similarly, the velocity of train B with respect to the ground, that is equal to 108 km per hour minus j cap with respect to the ground, since it is moving towards the south. Now, if we convert it into meter per second, then it will be 108 into 5 by 18 meter per second. So that will be 18, 6 3 is 18, 6 1 is 6, 6 8 is 48, and 3 6 is 18. So 6 is 30 meter per second minus j cap. And velocity of A with respect to ground, that will be 72 into 5 by 18 meter per second into j cap. So that will be equal to 18, 3 is 72, 3, no, 4 8 is 32, okay, 18 4 is 72, so 4 5 is 20 meter per second j cap. So now therefore it is asked the velocity of ground with respect to B. So that will be equal to minus of velocity of B with respect to ground. So that will be obviously equal to minus of minus 30 meter per second j cap, which is equal to 30 meter per second j cap. And then velocity of train B with respect to A. Velocity of train B with respect to A, that will be equal to velocity of train B with respect to ground minus velocity of train A with respect to ground. So that will be equal to velocity of B with respect to ground, that is minus 30 j cap, minus of velocity of A, that is 20 j cap meter per second. So that is minus 50 j cap meter per second. So that is minus 50 meter per second. And velocity of ground with respect to B, that is 30 meter per second. So here we are considering the direction of the north as positive. That means option B is the correct answer. And if we consider the direction of the south as positive, then the answer will be option D. Yep. Then it is told that the relation in between time and distance x is t equals to ax square plus bx, alpha x square plus beta x, where alpha and beta are constants. The relation in between acceleration and velocity is. So velocity is dx by dt. So if we can find dt by dx, that will be equal to 1 by v. So therefore 1 by v, that is equal to dt by dx. So that is d by dx of alpha x square plus beta x. So that will be equal to 2 alpha x plus beta. That is 1 by v. So v equals to 1 by 2 alpha x plus beta. Now acceleration, that is given as v dv by dx. So that we can say that will be 1 by 2 alpha x plus beta into dv by dx. So that is d by dx of v, that is 1 by 2 alpha x plus beta. So that will be 1 by 2 alpha x plus beta into, that will be minus 1 by 2 alpha x plus beta whole square into 2 alpha. Therefore, we can see that A equals to, this is v into minus v square. So it is v into minus v square into 2 alpha. So that is minus 2 alpha v square. So acceleration is minus 2 alpha v, sorry, this is v into v square. V into v square, so that is v cube minus 2 alpha v cube. So option C is the correct answer. Then here it is told projectiles A and B are thrown at angles 45 degree and 60 degree with respect to the with vertical respectively from top of a 400-meter high tower. If their ranges and times of flight are same, the ratio of their speeds of projection are. So here, so if any projectile A are thrown at an angle of theta with the vertical, then it means that it is the speed of projection is suppose u, then the y component of the initial speed will be u cos theta and x component will be u sin theta. Then here we have to find the range. So here, let's say the height of the tower is h, then the time of flight, it means the time it will take to reach the ground. Now so this will be, as you know, displacement along y-axis equals to uy into t plus half ay into t square. Now we can say, suppose we take the vertically downwards as positive, then uy, which is the initial velocity, that will be minus u cos theta, and the acceleration along y-axis, that is equal to plus g, since g is acting vertically downwards, and the displacement along the y-axis, that will be also plus h. So therefore we can say that h, that will be equal to minus u cos theta into t plus half ay, that is g into t square. So from here we can find out the time of flight. So therefore we can say this minus h, that is equal to 0. So t will be equal to minus b plus b square u square cos square theta a, b square minus 4ac. So it is plus 2gh by 2a, which is equal to g. So this will be the time of flight. Now the range will be u sin theta into t. So this is the time of flight. Therefore, the range that will be equal to u sine theta into t, u sine theta into the time of flight. So that will be u sine theta into u cos theta plus u cos plus square root of u square cos square theta plus 2gh by g. So this is the range. Now here it is told that if their ranges and time of flights are same, then the ratio of their speeds of projection is, and the angle is not the same. So time of flight is same. It means therefore I can say the time of flight for the projectile A that is equal to time of flight for the projectile B, and their speeds of projection is VA and VB, and their angle is 45 degree and 60 degrees. So that will be VA cos 45 degree plus square root of VA cos VA square cos square 45 degree plus 2g into 400, since height is 400, divided by g, that is equal to VB cos 60 degree plus square root of VB square cos square 60 degree plus 2g into 400 divided by g. So g and g will get cancelled. Then from here we can say VA by root 2 plus square root of VA square by 2 plus 800g, that is equal to VB by 2 plus square root of VB square by 4 plus 800g. So their ratio is how much we have to find out. So here we can see that if we take VA as okay, suppose if we square both sides, then we'll get VA square by 2 plus VA by 2 plus 800g plus 2AB. So it will be 2 root 2 VA into VA by root 2, no, VA by 2 plus 800g. That will be equal to VB square by 4 plus VB square by 4 plus 800g plus VB into AB. So VB into root over VB square by 4 plus 800g. Now 800g will get cancelled. Here actually we can put the values of the options, then we can check. So in the first option, if VA is to VB is 1 is to 2, if we take VA is to VB is 1 is to 2, then it means, let's say we can take VA as V and VB as 2V. Then the left hand side will come V by root 2 plus root over V square by 2 plus 800g, and the right hand side will come VB is 2V, so that will be V plus this will be VB V square plus 800g. So they will not be same. And in the second option, if it is root 2 is to 1, then also it won't come. And if it is 1 is to root 2, then we can, I think we will have the same value, since suppose we take root 2v, suppose we have va by root 2 plus root over va square by 2 plus 800g, that is equal to vb by 2 plus vb plus root over vb square by 4 plus 800g. So now plus 800g, yeah. Now here if we take va is to vb as 1 is to root 2, so if we take va is to vb as 1 is to root 2, then we can suppose take, then va will be equal, l- let's say we take it as u, and vb we can take it as root 2u. So then we will have the left hand side will be u by root 2 plus root over u square by 2 plus 800g, and the right hand side will come also u by root 2 plus square root of, this will be 2u square by 4, so u square by 2 plus 800g. So it means right hand side and left hand side will come same if we take va is to vb as 1 is to root 2. So hence it means option C is the correct answer. Then here it is told a particle is moving in a straight line. The variation of x as a function of time is given as x equal to t cube minus 60 square plus 20t plus 15 meters. The velocity of the body when its acceleration becomes 0 is. So we have to find the velocity when the acceleration is 0. It means when dv by dt is equal to 0. It means v is constant. So the velocity, as we know, velocity is dx by dt. So it will come d by dt of t cube minus 60 square plus 20t plus 20t plus 15 meter per second. So that will be equal to 3t square minus 2 6 12t plus 20 meter per second. This is the velocity. So now dv by dt, that is acceleration. So that will be 60 minus 12 that into this much meter per second square. Mm. So therefore 60 minus 12, that is equal to 0 when t will be equal to 12 by 6, that is equal to 2 seconds. So we have to find the velocity at t equal to 2 seconds, that is being asked. We have to find that. So therefore the velocity at t equal to 2 seconds, that will be equal to 3 into 2 square, since it is 3t square minus 12t, 12 into 2 plus 20, this much meter per second. So that will be equal to 3 4s are 12 minus 12 to the 24. Okay, 3 4s are 12 minus 24 plus 20. So that will be 32 minus 24. That is equal to 8 meter per second. 8 meter per second. So option C is the correct answer. Here it is told body starts moving from rest with constant acceleration, covers displacement s1 in first p minus 1 seconds and s2 in the first p seconds. The displacement s1 plus s2 will be made in time. It starts from rest, so u equal to 0 and acceleration is constant, then it covers s1 in the first p minus 1 second. So it means, as you know, s equal to ut plus half at square. So it is told that in time t equal to p minus 1 seconds, the displacement s will be equal to s1, and in time t equal to p seconds, s will be equal to s2. Then the displacement s1 plus s2 will be then the displacement s will be s1 plus s2 at how much time, that is being asked. So now therefore we can say that su is 0, so I can say s1 will be equal to half a into p minus 1 whole square, since let's say the acceleration is a, and s2 will be equal to half into a into p square. Okay. Therefore, the displacement will be s1 plus s2. Therefore, s1 plus s2 will be made in time t, let's say, so it will be half a t square. So this t will be equal to square root of 2 into s2 by a into s1 plus s2, that we have to find out. So from here we can say s1 is, so this will be 2 by a into s1 is half a into p minus 1 whole square plus s2 is half a into p square. So this will be equal to root over p square plus p minus 1 whole square. P square plus this will be p square plus 1 minus 2p. So this will be square root of 2p square minus 2p plus 1. So at in this time, the displacement will be s1 plus s2. So 2p square minus square root of 2p square minus 2p plus 1. So option D is the correct answer.